Good morning, good afternoon, good night, anywhere you're watching. I want to believe that this is going to be recorded. It's not going to be live though. So, but the training that's starting today, this is the first training of about 8 courses. In this training, let me tell you, greatest limitation you can ever have is limitation in knowledge. Once again, my name is James Olokesusi, the senior facilitator of BBA. We call it the Blueprint Business Academy. We do physical training, we do online training. You can come to our center. We have our office at Ishaga, and as well, so you can contact us anyhow you want it. So we believe so much in the fact that we can bridge our tagline is bridging the gap between ideas and execution. Bridging the gap between ideas and execution. There are potentials in you, and we believe that by you being informed, you can execute and activate all the potentials you have in you. And today we're going to be talking about a lot of things. This first course, we're going to be teaching you the 7 P's of business. The 7 P's of business. And like I said this morning, there are two kind of people. There are two kind of people. There are the people who are drivers. Some are supporters. Some are drivers, some are supporters. Driver, I mean by, when we put them in personality term. Some people have the energy to start a business. They have the energy to drive business. They have the energy to endure, to dare, to tolerate, to endure time. They have the energy to keep starting things. They have the energy. That's why you hear the word that say, not everybody is going to be a business owner. Yeah. Because some people are gifted with driving. They are gifted with pushing. They are gifted in that area. But some are supporters. Some, they are gifted in supporting others. They like stability. They like to maintain a job. They can work on a job. They can build a career from the scratch gradually to the top. Some don't have such time. So some, they just want to get to do the business, work somewhere, get the experience, go start their own, or go start somewhere else, build. Okay, for example, I have there are 2 people I know, and they work in the ministry. One spent 10 years, the other one spent 35 years. Full time, 35 years. The one spent 10 years, got the idea about the business angle of that department. And he was able to go and start his own business, make money, got contract from the government, made a lot of money, become a CEO, tours all around the world, as his own staff. While the other person, saw out his own 35 years, retired, got pension, and probably retired to 1 or 2 businesses he had, but was not venturous like the initial person. Why the person who had left 10 years earlier, that one had become a big boss. Now the person that came out 35 years, 35 years, who used to be a boss to even the guy that left that spent 10 years, had to come and learn from this guy who had been out there making all the money. And in a short note, to cut a long story short, this guy who left 10 years after is richer, because some are drivers, they can move things, and some are supporters. When you put them in personality terms, but when you put them also in their brain dominant theory, we have some people who are left brain, some people are right brain. Left brain people are they are analytical, they are logical, they can give back to a lecture whatever the lecturer has taught them. Why the right brain are creative, they are imaginative. While they are doing something, they are washing clothes, they are talking to themselves, they are imagining. If they are moving on the street, they are imagining. They are right brain people. These are people who are mostly drivers. They are mostly in the place of leadership. They are strategic. They are visionary. They always think future term. Why the people who are analytical, who are left brain, are thinking now? They are analytical, they are logical. They can tell you where they kept something they left at home. So what am I talking about? The fact that you are a driver, you are a supporter, it doesn't limit you. If you can learn, if you can build yourself, That's what brings us to the 4 levels of education, which I've mentioned earlier, and why this transition. The 4 levels of education, we talked about the foundational, we talked about how to read and write, learn arithmetic, communicate, and we talked about the functional, which helps you to understand the basic skill of farming, of hairdressing, of sewing, and we talk about the professional education, which talks about special skills, specialized skills like that, which a lot of folks of you have gone to learn in school. You graduated, have studied medicine, study law, study accounting, and lots of that. You have become a specialized in that area. You are building a career in that area. So I told you that there's another level which is called transformational education. Transformational education, that is the one that it helps your mindset shift. It builds in you capability. It builds in you character. You begin to understand leadership. You begin to understand business acumen. You begin to understand financial literacy. These are things you are not taught in school. These are things you have to teach yourself, and it takes discipline, personal development, and personal discipline to work on yourself on this. Because while you were in school, lecturers will chase you, but in the course of transformational education, you need to be interested. You need to be personal about it. That's why a lot of people are not on this platform, and they chose not to be, because there's nobody to push them, there's nobody to force them. They have to make a choice. So in the course of life, it takes choice. Your choice will determine how far you're going to go. Not just because you've got 2-1 in your certificate, or you came out with 2-1, or you came out with pass. The choice you make still in real life is gonna really play a lot. And how much of the transformational education you know will determine how far you go. That's what makes the difference between an Igbo man who is selling spare part by the roadside and a lecturer who is teaching business. The Igbo man is a practitioner, and the lecturer is just a theoretical person. So he is not seeing the dividends of what he's teaching, though he's just collecting salary. While the Igbo man is expanding and making profit. If he understands transformational education, he will expand more. I can tell you, somebody with foundational education and who jump from foundational education to transformational education might do better than somebody who understand, who did foundational, functional, and professional, and stop at professional. That's why we have many professionals who are broke today. Many professionals who are corrupt because they have stopped at professional. They don't know how to sell creativity. They are only selling time because they are only offering skills. They are only offering skills in their craft. They don't understand the value, how to package the value in their craft. They don't understand how to package the value in their craft. And when we talk about the business angle of a profession, we are talking about you seeing your profession as a means of offering value, means whereby it can become income generation, means of solving problems beyond salary, beyond job. As I told you about two people who came out from civil service. One spent 10 years, understood the business angle, went and started his own business. One sought out 35 years, and as one 35 years, she had to look up to the other one. So you need to understand that this is so critical. Whatever you have studied, I know that you can really maximize it. So let's really go to the 7 P's of business. So either you are going to be a career person, or you are going to start your own business. You can understand the business angle of your profession. Even while in career, I told you that my guardian would say, spend 9 to 5 on a job or work, and 5 to 9 on to build your life. Get side hustle, get business, get investment, understand money literacy, financial literacy, understand how money works, investment, and the likes of that. So you need to build yourself, rather than just selling your time. I told you sell creativity. Package something. You are a doctor. Look at how to work on building a supplement. Look at how to write a book on health book, or wellness book. So that you can sell creativity in any area you are. And you can better still go and learn another skill, additional skill to your skill, to build yourself. So the first thing we're going to be looking at a product. The P for product, 7 P's. I'll see if we can finish it today. If we cannot finish it, we go add it to the next course. The first one is the 7 P's. I mean, in the 7 P's is the product. What are you offering? I'm an accountant. I'm offering accounting. I can solve the problem of accounting. It's no longer just a skill, but I present it as a value. I can consult for a company. I can consult for a company, where they can have, the place of accounting. Or they can have the place of accounting problems in terms of bookkeeping, in terms of tax payment, in terms of tax filing, in terms of payroll, in terms of auditing, in terms of any area, of or cash book, if it's cash book or cash flow or monthly accounting like P&L and lots of that. So it becomes not just a skill that I go and work somewhere, just sell my time. Yeah, I can be selling my time and by the side selling creativity, package my skill into a value proposition, a value exchange, whereby they can pay. I can freelance for about 4 or 5 companies. I have somebody on our team who is a chartered accountant. She's working somewhere, and she's also offering services for other companies. She's our consultant in my in our accounting firm. She's our consultant. So you can partner with somebody in that area. So, but you must understand your product. What is your product? What service are you rendering? Not just opening a big office without identifying or defining what you are out to do. What problem are you solving? What product are you offering? What's your service? So that leads to number 2. Number 2, which has to do with pricing. How much are you selling? You must be able to factor out how much you're selling compared to competitors, compared to people who are existing in the market already. How much are you selling? You have to understand your pricing. That at the beginning you might need to come low, and before you begin to raise high. A lot of people, they have confusion in terms of pricing because they feel that because they want to package, you over package, and they begin to sell. As a woman I've been counseling, your prices of your business, of your goods are too expensive. He's always complaining, I'm not selling. Yeah, because your prices are too expensive. So you have to look at your peers and your competitors. How much are they selling their own compared to yours? You have to look at the pricing. And number 3 has to do with your packaging. How are you packaging your product? The way you package your product determines the way it will be accepted. The way you present yourself determines the way you will be received. How are you packaging your products? The way you package it, by you understanding the business model. Is it subscription based? Is it monthly based? Is it pay as you go? How are you packaging it? How are you packaging your service? The way you package your service will determine how it will be accepted. So that's why you have to understand. I want to give you this stream so that when you are presenting or trying to create a value out of your skill, you know how to break it down bit by bit. So the first one is product, the second one is pricing, the third one is packaging, and the third one is you must understand the place of the place. Yes, place. There's the place. Where are you selling it? Where are you selling it? Like and what we use for factories, we say your factory can be in the bush, but your showroom should be in the city. Where is your office? Where is your place? There are some businesses you can do from home. We call it gig economy. They call it a gig economy, where you can even work from home. You can work from remote. You can run service like accounting now. I can work from home. I might not need to go and get an office for an accountant. There's some services you can run from home, which you can just a laptop with your website, and you can open your free website through WordPress and many other. So you can understand that your place. And the gate will say when you're not selling your market on the internet, you soon be out of business. So you must understand the place of where you are selling your business. You must have internet presence. That means online presence and physical presence. Online presence and physical presence. So when you are selling your business, when you are selling your service, have both. Online service. Probably you are selling clothes, you must have online presence. You have physical presence and online presence. so that you will be able to be assessed from different places, you know, from different places. Recently, somebody called me from Sierra Leone and was saying wanted us to have some partnership program in Nigeria, and we last week we had a program. He flew in from Sierra Leone, and we had a program together. He said, "I've been seeing your work online, and I want you, to have. I want us to partner together and lots of that." And this afternoon, he called me now. He sent me a message. He said, "We have arranging for a place for you. How you can come to Sierra Leone and offer. We can partner as well. Do the same program. Come and do several of this program and this training in Sierra Leone. For business people." He said he has spoken to a lot of people, and we're going to be having a video conversation whereby we can talk and plan how the program will be in Sierra Leone. Where did we meet? We met online. He reached out to me through online. You see, so we need to really understand how this thing works. So that's number 5. So we have the product, we have the pricing, we have the packaging, we have the place. After you have the place, you have the people. You need mentors, you need workers, you need colleagues, you need people who are senior to you in the industry. You might not be a mentor, they are just people who are ahead of you in the industry. You might not be seeking advice from, and you need mentors as well. People who can be coaching, guiding you, who can be telling you the way to go. You need people, you need workers, you need people who can work with you or work under you. Somebody you can't scale when you don't have people, when you don't have a team. You can't become so great or big when you don't have a team. You need to build a team. That's what we help you to scale and to build. Like somebody I was talking to who owns a laundry service, and I said, you need to employ people to assist you. This work is bigger than you. He said, no, I don't need workers. Recently he broke down, and I asked him, I said, look at it. Now you broke down, the work is not continuing. You're just there. Customers are complaining. He said, you can't become greater than yourself when you don't have people to work with you. And you don't need, it's not until you begin to make all the money before you have workers. No, it's not until I make profit. Who told you that one? Probably that was what they taught you in school. In real life, there are many times you have secretary, you have people who are working with you. Not because you are even making profit. It's part of the cost. It's part of the cost you are incurring if you really want to go big. If you want to scale fast. Because like a word of God will say, one will chase 1,000, two will chase 10,000. There's a limit to which one person can do. So you need people. You need mentors who you can be meeting from time to time, who are going to be teaching you from time to time, who are going to be guiding you from time to time, they're going to contrast their own years of experience into you. Your 1 year will be embedded alongside with their own 10 years of experience, 20 years of experience. So you don't want this, you don't go through the same challenge they went through, in the course of building themselves. And when you are building, I like people who have gone ahead of you, who have achieved what you want to achieve. So that I can give you that motive and that motivation to really aspire greatly. So that's the place of people. You need people. And don't go to your mentors empty-handed. You have to pay mentors. You don't pay mentors. I mean, you see, if you could pay your teachers, you could pay your lecturers, you have to pay mentors. Yeah, that's the challenge. A lot of people, they are looking for mentor. And some of them are even very deceptive with the mindset of mentorship. Because they saw somebody online, somebody that really resonates with what you want to do, say, that's my mentor, that's my mentor. How many times have you gone to him to ask questions? Have you even met him one-on-one? Can you even ask him questions? So your mentors are people who can guide you to that place where you can reach out to, where you can reach out to from time to time, who have achieved what you want to achieve. So you need some mentors here like that who can be those are role models. They can be your role models. You are seeing them, though you can't come near to them, but they have gone to where you want to go to. So role models, but some mentors, you need these kind of mentors that you can ask questions from time to time. You can send message, you can call. When you are about to make a mistake, you can call them, they can give you, don't go there, go there, and guide you. It's like people. You need people. So when you need people, the next one you need is that you need as well prayers. Doing business in Nigeria, you need prayers. There are many things, principle alone will not work. We need power. You need power because Nigeria is a place, is a virgin place where there are still powers that are trying to struggle and stand against people who want to prosper. So it's not well, it's not the battles in the spiritual battles in Nigeria is not being already conquered. So you need powers. You need to pray to God from time to time to be able to overcome. Like the Bible says, great and effectual doors are open before me, but there are many adversaries. Though the doors are open, but there are many adversaries. One of my books that I wrote, Courage and Tactics, Keys to Doing Business in Nigeria. To do business in Nigeria, you have to be courageous. Because there are many times for a long while, you might not even make any sales. You might not even do well. You might want to give up. But you have to continue. You have to continue. You have to continue. So you need prayers. You need a place of prayers. You need a place of prayers. So you need to take your time to pray. Oh, don't say, I know everything. You can't do everything right. And things will still go wrong in Nigeria. So you need a place of prayers. So, and that being said, and the last one where the last P, we've talked about the place of product, solving problems. We've talked about the pricing. We've talked about the package. We've talked about the place. We've talked about the people. We've talked about prayers. Now, the seventh one. Before I go to the seventh one, we are going to encourage you to subscribe to this YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe, press the notification button, and make sure so you can always have have access to it when you get it, when we post it, so that you can always have access. And as well, if it's on Instagram, just follow us on Instagram. If it's on Facebook you're watching, just follow us on Facebook. So the place of P is priority. Priority. Set your priorities right. The most confused people are people who model things up. They model things up. They do the wrong thing at the right time. The right thing at the wrong time. There's a place of urgency. There's a place of importance. If this thing is important, is it urgent? Though it's important, but it's not urgent. So I can do the one that's urgent now. Do the one that's urgent now. So do the one, and you have to understand the place of the one that's urgent, but it's not that important. So you have to learn to set your priorities right. In fact, that's the battle we deal with every day in the course of doing business. We have to get our priorities right. If you are not, you are not becoming effective. You can't have an effective business or effective life when you don't understand your priorities. And that's what makes you a CEO, even when you are doing business. That's why many business owners are operators. They are not CEOs yet, because they don't have the mentality of a CEO. Because thinking like a CEO, that's one of those things we're going to teach you in this course. Thinking like a CEO. So and how to go into partnership and contract. Signing. So we have a lot to teach you. That will build you into becoming a great business person. So you have to understand the place of priority. What is important now? What do we do today? What are we supposed to be doing now? You must always ask that question. That's why there are 3 levels in an organization. There's a visionary thinkers, there are operational thinkers, and there are executors. The visionary thinkers are always effective. Where are we going to? Operational thinkers are always efficient. What do we need to do now? The executors are doers. They get the instruction down from the line manager and they execute. So as a business owner, you must, if you are the only one doing the business at the first, you have to understand these 3 steps: the visionary thinking, the operational thinking, and the execution. The executive thinking, or let's say the executional thinking, not executive thinking. So you must understand, where as a visionary thinker, where are we going to? In the next 5 years, where do we need to be? The man Sam Walton in 1962 looked at one man and said, no, in the next 10 years, we must have been in so cities. And they were able to cover by 38, beat about 38 branches of that one month in about several cities in a community, several places in their community. So you have to understand how many shops do we need to have in the next 5 years? What's our priority? What do we need to do now? That's strategy. How do we achieve what we are looking at? How do we achieve what we are looking at? So when you have the priority, you understand the vision, where do we get to in the next 5 years? Then you understand the place of strategy. What do we need to do to achieve it? Then you understand the place of operation. What do we need to be doing now to get there? And also, and you understand that you need to do it, execution, and do it very well, excellent, in an excellent way. You do it in an excellent way. So that's what I have for you today. And if you have any questions, you can send it to us. And so also tomorrow you keep getting the message of the training. So see you and bye for now. I hope to see you in the next class. Stay blessed.